Hey everybody, so if you saw my community post, then you know that I'm going to be slowing things down a little bit with things that are just a little bit easier for me to record and edit for a little while I sort of get my life together. One of the things that I mentioned I might play is Stray Gods, a role-playing musical, and I did get a little bit of interest in that. So as you can see, I've already finished it. I've played through this game twice. It's really, really good, you guys. Like, really, really good. So I'm going to start a brand new game for all of you today and show you, you know, kind of the sort of thing that I'm into, which is video games, anything musical theater-esque, and I do like a little bit of mythology as well. So let's go ahead and get right into a new game, Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. We're gonna go ahead and put new game into slot. I really like the art style of this game too. It's very comic.
4 hours. 4 hours in a rented gym that still smells like socks and childhood trauma. And where did it get us? Other than bored? The band wasn't even looking for anything specific. We just wanted change. We wanted to see who was out there, if they'd show up. Well, they showed up all right.
You know, I had a dream where this exact thing happened. Except we were on stage. And naked.
We were auditioning.
Not all of us. Okay, it was just me. I was naked. I think this went better.
You're trying to make me feel better.
I see what you're doing, Freddy. You're just trying to make me feel better.
How about making us feel better? We sat through this too.
I'm so sorry you all had such a rough time. Freddy has a bad idea. What else is new?
Aw.
Okay, let's just wrap this up. Kaz, do you need a ride?
Just to Brian's. I'm, crashing on his couch until I get a new place.
What? You said it'd be 2 days.
You know you like having me around. Whatever.
Have you heard yourself snore?
Hey, Grace, you okay? I know you've been kind of loose ends since you left college. I was just hoping tonight would cheer you up.
Let's see here. I'm okay. I know you meant well. It's frustrating, or I could do a little flirty flirt and say, you're the best.
You're always looking out for me, Freddy.
Nah, that's the deal, right? Best friends to the end.
Right. I just wish it wasn't always so one-sided.
Hey, don't worry about that. Really, Grace. You'll get through this.
Music is your life, Freddy. You're the drummer, the lyricist. All of this was your idea. I wish I knew where I fit.
I think you fit. You know that, right?
Oh, Freddy's a
Yeah.
sweetheart.
You coming?
I'm gonna hang out a bit and lock up. I'll see you at home.
Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. Is the world too much, or is it just me? Everything I set upon unravels. falls at my feet. Everything I've learned wasted on a girl who doesn't know how to be free. Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen.
Oh,
Hey!
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I heard you from outside. My name's Calliope. You have an amazing voice. I hope you know that.
I don't know if I just started singing and walked in like a weirdo.
I'm Grace. Are you here for the audition, or...?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I love her eyes. Like, it's not often that you see golden eyes on characters, you know? I mean, everyone else is gone. It's just me.
I'm afraid it's just me, Calliope. The rest of the band already left, so...
Well, I don't mind if you don't.
All right. Well...
I'm so sorry. I swallowed wrong. I just choked on my water. Fuck me.
Grief from all the promises, too many dreams unsung. All the steps I didn't take and paths proved untrue. Is there any path through? Like a boat lost at sea. Oh, I'm about to with no sails. You still have your life ahead. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen.
That's such a lovely voice. So does Ashley Johnson, for that matter.
That lose their way can find it again. There is no inertia in the ocean.
All right. So here's where we choose a trait throughout like most of the game. This will be our primary trait for it. And I believe about halfway through it'll have us choose a second one. I've gone through as charming. A Grace with soul and charisma. She tries to do the right thing. Everyone likes her more for it. And I've gone through as kick-ass. In your face. This Grace is very punk rock and not afraid to get reckless and aggressive when it's called for. And then clever. Sometimes you need to think your way out of a problem, right? This Grace is sneakier, smarter, and witty. It doesn't necessarily lock you out of every dialogue option that's not the one you choose, but there are some times where you have to choose the one that you picked, if that makes sense. I've gone kick-ass, I've gone charming, and both times I wound up being clever in the end. So, let's go clever and see where we go from here. I took a lot of the clever options in this game my first time around.
You are right, Calliope. There's always a breeze. But if I build a sail, can I trust the wind to guide me?
Wow. What was that?
Your song was just so wonderful. I had to finish it with you. I hope that's all right. I also know what it feels like to be lost. To feel as if you have no place to turn. That's why I had to come inside.
So now here's where you can choose your personality trait. Now the fun thing about the personality traits here is that they're all open during songs, and depending on which one you take, the song changes. So there are actually like several different versions of each song in the soundtrack, and you could switch between the different songs depending on the different personality types that you take, which in some ways is very cool, but in other ways, like if you take the personality traits in a weird order, the song just sounds really off. So it's an interesting concept, and I've fallen in love with this concept. It's so cool, but if you're not careful, the songs can sound a little jumbled and weird. So, just a little warning there. Sometimes it might sound a little off, and that's because, like, you'll go from one, like, genre type to another completely different genre within the same song just because you chose a specific personality type. And it's funny, and it's actually very well done, but it's also very funny sometimes. You aren't here to audition, are you?
You didn't come here for the audition, did you? You didn't even know about it.
Caught and called out. I was nearby and your song called to me. I didn't want you to think I was deranged or something.
Weirder things have happened, I guess.
May I ask you why you feel so adrift? You're so young. Surely your life is just beginning.
I don't know. I don't really know this girl. I'm gonna go ahead and just tell a joke about it.
You sound like my guidance counselor.
Then I should apologize.
No, it's fine. There's just only so many times someone can ask what's wrong with you before you start to think there's really something wrong with you. But what does she know? If only she could see me now, right?
I think she'd see what I see. I should go.
Character design in this is so interesting.
I'm gonna see you again? I know you didn't really come to join the band, but...
I hope to see you again, Grace. Perhaps soon.
Right. See you then.
So yeah, this is a concept that's really bored into my brain since I bought the game, and it's just so fun to play through, you know? Got a lot of the Critical Role actors in it, and I'm a huge Crit Role fan, so...
Did you lose your keys, Fred? I thought you'd be... What the... Calliope?
I didn't know where else. I'm so sorry, Grace.
I'll get help.
Oh, God. You're hurt. I'll get help.
No, you have to wait. You can't go. I didn't want to do this to you. Not like this. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean? Hey! Calliope! Please? Please, come on.
That would be so scary. Like, have somebody just come into your house and fucking die.
What is that?
What's up, Lou? I have golden eyes. Oh, you're gonna get blood in your hair, Grace. Yeah.
Oh, I can wait. Take your time.
Is that my door?
Technically, it's my door. Or our door, maybe? I came as soon as I could.
Who are you?
Hold on. Who are you? How did you get here?
Through the door? I mean, geez, how did you get here? She really is dead, huh? Man. So, the chorus is gonna want to talk to you. Sucks, but, you know.
See, so now because I didn't take the kick-ass, I can't say this. Explain this right now. What is happening?
I don't understand. None of this makes any sense. She's dead, and I don't...
I can see you don't know squat about this, so I'm gonna explain real quick, but then you gotta come with me, okay? When Cal died, you saw a shiny thing come out of her, right? That was her soul. That's what made her a god.
A what?
It's in you now, which makes you a god. Surprise, right? With me so far?
No.
Let's go.
Hi, Owl.
Where are we?
Sorry to drop you and run, but when an idol dies, there's like 100 different things I gotta do.
No, wait. Where did you bring me? How did we get here?
The chorus can explain. Don't touch anything. Okay?
Wait,
Okay.
come back! Okay. Yeah, I'll just wait here and, not touch anything.
Hours later. Oh, there are just cookies there. I don't remember if they tell you how long it's been. It's been here a while. Sup.
Our beloved sister, the last of the Muses, has passed on. To you, our new sister, delivered to us by dear sweet Hermes. It's, Grace, yes?
Louis,
yes.
don't be rude.
My, you have had quite the day, haven't you?
Who are you?
Someone died in my arms. Where is this?
Buddy, I'm trying to do
How did I get here? Who are you people?
Buddy.
So many questions. This is my office, and I expect you arrived through one of Hermes' portals.
The shiny doorway.
Shiny doorway.
As for who we are, well, that does require some explanation, I agree. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Athena, goddess of wisdom. This is Apollo, god of prophecy, dressed for the occasion, as always. The wondrous Aphrodite, goddess of love. And the one glaring at you is Persephone, once queen of the underworld. Together, we are the chorus. We rule over the idols, our name for the gods who remain. All of us, hidden in your modern world.
Oh, you expect me to believe this?
You expect me to believe that gods, idols, have been living among us for what, thousands of years? You're thousands of years old.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to make you believe anything, not at all. If you'd like to believe this office is right outside your front door, or that we are, I don't know, actors, religious fanatics, by all means. The only thing I do need you to grasp is that you are here. This is real, and like it or not, it is happening.
It sounded oddly ominous. Gods are real?
But gods aren't real. They can't be. They're just...
Stories, myths, legends.
If you're real, you'd be all-powerful. You wouldn't be hiding or...
Don't pay much attention to those old tales about us, Grace. They weren't very true to begin with, and, well, truth be told, we've diminished since those days. That doesn't mean we're helpless, of course. Far from it. Yet, at the end of the day, we too are just people, trying to get by.
And you live here?
Right, and you live here. Not in some city in Europe or a...
On top of a mountain? Oh, I know. Once we roamed marble halls, and now, fashionably appointed apartments. We have Wi-Fi. We move with the times, Grace. We have to, if we're going to remain hidden and survive. The mortals grow more and more clever with each passing century. Television! I do what I must.
The way she says that. Television! I believe that's Felicia Day, by the way, voicing Athena. I love Felicia Day.
Wait, you said, and Hermes said, that I'm a god now too. And an idol.
That is true.
That thing that came out of her that went into me.
We call it an eidolon, the part of Calliope's soul which made her an idol, which now makes you one.
Athena, we are wasting time.
The reason you're here, Grace, the reason why we made you wait so long while we debated, is because we have rules. Those rules mean we can't admit into our ranks a usurper, never mind a possible murderer. I know this will all come as a shock, and I'm so sorry to say it, but I'm afraid you have to die.
What?
Hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean you have to die?
It's exactly as it sounds, Grace.
You can't do that. What about a trial? You aren't the police. Why hasn't someone called the police?
Calliope's blood is literally on your hands.
She literally ran into me.
It isn't...
Oh, she looks so helpless. Maybe we
We
should...
should do as we agreed. Calliope's line would end, yes, but what other option do we have? Let a usurper remain an idol?
Justice has to be done, for Calliope's sake.
But... this isn't justice!
You cannot hide from this reality.
I'm not hiding, though a little lost here.
If you are lost, little girl, this bears explanation. Dear child, please listen. You have usurped a muse. No recourse to be arranged.
But it's unfair.
I know, but our laws cannot be changed.
But she came to me.
You must realize there are simple rules. If one of us dies, these rules have been the tools that shield
You must know I didn't
us.
do it. Is it weird this isn't song?
Now that the muse is gone, I'm afraid you'll have to see. The chorus is
disagree.
Thank you.
Did I hear that correctly?
You've been quiet this entire time, Apollo. Why speak up now?
I grieve Calliope's loss just as much as the rest of you, but I can't let you do this.
He's right. What if Grace speaks the truth? What if Calliope chose her? And what if Calliope was murdered by her? What if Grace stole her Eidolon?
Then we need to find out.
I don't even know what an Eidolon is, ma'am.
Don't you want justice?
Oh, Apollo, I thought we'd agreed this was justice. What would you have us do?
We need to find the truth.
There has to be some way to find the truth. Aren't you gods? Couldn't a god, I don't know...
We aren't seriously considering this.
Very well. This one time. I put a motion before the chorus. Do we allow Grace the right to prove her innocence?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Yes.
Yes, please.
Fine.
I don't want to die, please.
And there we have it.
What just happened?
Have what? What just happened? Am I free? Do I get my day in court?
Yes, you shall. You say Calliope chose you. I would like to believe that. I truly would. You have 1 week to find out what happened, Grace.
What happens after a week?
There will be a trial. If you cannot provide proof of your innocence by then, oh, our original verdict stands.
Okay, so how do I find the killer?
Can someone explain to me just how I'm supposed to find the truth? I'm not a detective. I don't know anything about the idols.
Well, that's for you to figure out.
I knew you were going to say that. How did I know you were going to say that?
We're not going to keep you, Grace. You have much to do. Before you go, however, a few rules. Do not reveal our existence to the mortal world. This includes mortal authorities that cannot help you. Do not harm another idol. Do not leave the city. Do as the chorus commands. Otherwise, do whatever you must to find the true killer. If they exist.
Oh, that's all?
Welcome, dear sister.
Thank you.
And do help yourself to a cookie.
Okay, let's go ahead and look over the journal here. It tells us a little bit about the characters. So Freddy, I only call her Farishta when I'm visiting her house. Her mom always makes these deep-fried honey snacks I love. Has been my best friend since probably forever. We used to make up rhymes while we skipped rope. It's been that long. We've come a long way from those days. Edge of Elysium is her band, and inviting me in was her idea. I was keen on joining since I haven't seen Freddie much since I left school, but it's been kind of rough going. I can sing, sure, and when we get a gig, it feels good being up there on stage, but is this really my thing? I don't know. Calliope. I know Calliope was one of the Muses. Is that the same as being a god? But that's really about it. I don't know where she lived, what she got up to, who her enemies were. I have so many questions. For one, what was she doing when she found me at the gymnasium? Was she just passing by, or did she plan that? How did she know where I lived? I keep thinking about what Calliope said to me before she died. She seemed so sad. Did she know this was going to happen? Most of all, why did she pick me? She's so pretty. Hermes. Maybe. There it goes. What, Lewis? My dog is staring at me like I'm crazy. Hermes is the idol who came to collect me at my apartment when Calliope died. I didn't know their name at the time, of course. Athena only mentioned who they were afterwards. I guess they're the god of doorways, maybe? I wonder if they can go anywhere with that power. Into bank vaults, on top of a mountain, across the world. Pretty wild to think about. Could Hermes have been involved in Calliope's death? They seemed surprised, if not really broken up about it. Not that Hermes strikes me as someone who does much deep thinking. They seem more like a kid, although I guess looks can be deceiving. Why did they have to come when Calliope died? And they did it right away, too. Kinda suspicious, if you ask me. Hermes was also the messenger to the gods, right? In Greek mythology. Yeah. Aphrodite, goddess of love. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, and I can believe it. She has that sparkle when you look at her, like she's one of those old-timey movie stars, all glamour and presence. I bet if she walks into a room, everyone stops what they're doing to stare at her. Why she's part of the chorus, I have no idea. She seemed kind of quiet and sad, like she's busy writing some teary ballad in her head and not really listening to what's going on around her. If Aphrodite is behind Calliope's death, then she hides it super well. Maybe you just naturally learn how to be a great actress after 1,000 years or so. How would I know? Love her character design, the hair, the eyes, all of it. Absolutely beautiful. I like all of the character designs, really. Apollo! I don't know much about this Apollo. He's the only guy on the chorus, but he didn't say much of anything until he kind of defended me, I guess. At least he disagreed with the "you need to die" verdict. I guess I owe him one, if I actually owed anyone for giving me an extra week before they kill me. Not so sure about that. Athena introduced Apollo as the god of prophecy, but I'm not sure exactly what that means. Don't prophets wear long robes and speak in big booming voices? This one looks less like a god and more like a surfer who crashed on the beach after a party and still hasn't found all of his clothes. Could he have killed Calliope? I can't take anything for granted when it comes to these people. Not that he needs clothes. Oh boy. Athena. Athena's supposed to be the goddess of wisdom, but how does that work? Is it a power of hers? Does she just know things? She's supposed to be really powerful, but how exactly? Mostly she just seemed like my mom, or anyone's mom. Maybe that's what she is to the idols, the mom who looks after them and keeps them going. She was all smiles and was even super sweet when she told me I had to die, like it would be no big deal. That makes her a scary mom, like the kind that demands to speak to the manager when things don't go her way, because things always go her way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's the cool mom, or maybe she'll keep smiling while she smothers me with a pillow because she's thousands of years old and I'm basically nothing in comparison. And maybe she killed Calliope, but that makes me an annoyance because that means her murder didn't quite take. But then why give me the chance to prove myself? If she really wanted me dead, couldn't she have just said, nope, no vote, let's nip this in the bud? Athena really seems like the type who'd do that, right? Idols are so confusing. Regarding Apollo, I believe Apollo was also... No, he wasn't god of the sun, was he? I think he was also god of the sun. Apollo had a lot of jurisdictions because he was a Greek god. He was also I believe he was also a Roman god, and he was also a Gaulish god. The Britons, also worshipped him. So he had like a lot of domains within several different pantheons. He was the god of the sun, god of prophecy, god of music, god of healing, all kinds of things. Apollo's one of those confusing gods that just had domain over everything depending on where you were when you worshipped him. Athena was goddess of wisdom and victory, I think. And then there's Persephone, also known as Hades' wife, the queen of the underworld. What did Athena say about Persephone? She's the queen of the underworld? I had to look it up, but that's basically the idol version of hell. Does that mean it's a real place? Like you die and go to the underworld? Or maybe that only happens to idols. Mind you, Athena didn't exactly say Persephone was the queen of the underworld, did she? She said once queen of the underworld, so she isn't any longer. And she's also the only idol that Athena didn't say was the god of something or other. I'm willing to bet there's a whole story about that. Whatever it is, it's pretty clear this Persephone hates me, and not just because she thinks I'm a murderer, because don't they all think that? It feels personal. Those sharp eyes of hers wanted to gut me and hang me on a clothesline, so I better watch my back. Persephone was also... I don't know if... Was she ever actually a goddess? I don't know if she was actually a goddess or she was the goddess of spring, I think. I don't remember. I haven't read Greek myth in a while. I don't remember her actually being a goddess, though. No, her mother was the goddess of spring. I don't remember. Either way, she's a major figure in Greek mythology. She was husband's. She was husband's Hades. She was Hades' wife. You don't know that story. It basically, Hades saw her, fell in love with her, kidnapped her to the underworld to marry her, and her mother, Demeter, became so depressed and upset that she stopped. I think she was the goddess of spring or something, and she stopped, basically created winter out of depression. And she and Hades eventually wound up making a deal where half the year Persephone would spend with him and half the year he would spend with Demeter. And when Persephone was with Hades, that was when winter came along. That was the myth behind winter, I think. Listen to me talking like I know. I don't fucking know. But I do remember, I'm pretty sure that's right, because I do remember reading about that, going, like, that was one of the first Greek stories that I read, and I was going, Jesus Christ, Greek mythology is fucked up. And then I started looking more into other mythology, and mythology in general is fucked up, guys. All right. Day 1, time to head home. Let's go back to my apartment. We're about to meet my favorite character. So.
Grace?
Hey. I like how it says fridge right here, in case you don't know what it is.
Grace.
Ah.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. You're kidding, right? When I came home, the door was wide open. You weren't answering your phone. Kaz and Brian are still out looking for... Grace... We thought something happened to you. Wait, did something happen to you?
I'm just gonna tell her. I feel like this version of Grace that I'm playing, Freddy's best friend, she would tell her.
Yes, but you are seriously not gonna believe
I know I have rules to follow,
One of
but
those
fuck 'em.
nights, huh? Well, it better be good.
I became a god, Freddy. For real.
You were gone all night. Why didn't you answer your phone? Okay, so what exactly are you the god of? Late night lattes? Skipping bed practice?
Freddy? I need to warn you about something.
Yeah? About what? Am I gonna turn to stone? Because that's totally a god thing.
Hi there.
Okay.
Who is this, Grace? Why does he have horns?
Good question.
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine.
To answer your question, my dear, you see the horns because I allow you to see the horns. That's crazy, right? As for who I am, I've been known most often as Pan. So you call me that, if you must call me anything.
Pan, of the Greek gods, Pan, right? What are you, some kind of cosplayer?
The days of idols being called gods are well behind us, I'm afraid, but I assure you, I am the real article. I've come to offer our newest idol a helping hand. Or perhaps two. You do look lost, don't you?
God, he's got such a nice voice, guys. That's Kari Payton, I think is how you pronounce his name. Well, what do you get out of this?
And what do you get out of helping me exactly?
Now that is an excellent question. You'll need that kind of baseless suspicion if you're going to survive among us.
Is it baseless? I've already had my life threatened tonight.
Whoa, wait. Life threatened? What?
Oh, now you've done it. You've gone and upset the mortal.
We talk in front of Freddy?
So we can just talk about this. In front of Freddy.
Here I thought you'd already informed her of your situation.
I mean, I did.
Yeah, but I don't think she believed me.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't. Should I?
The prohibition is against revealing the idols to the mortal world. She's not the mortal world, is she? She can be trusted, can't she?
Why do I have the feeling that I'm gonna regret not leaving with Brian and Kaz?
Oh, I can guarantee it.
Okay, Freddy. Have a seat. Let's talk.
I love Pan. He's my favorite character.
That's it?
Huh? I guess. Do you believe in this, Grace?
Did I have proof?
Sure, but I had proof.
Oh, yeah.
I traveled through a magical door.
Which sounds extra cool.
I was a little distracted.
Well, I have a million questions, but I can ask them later. The important thing is that I am here to support my best friend.
You are the absolute best.
What did I ever do to deserve a friend like you?
You sat next to me at lunch period, dummy.
Oh, yeah, right.
My friendship comes with all sorts of benefits, up to and including the tracking down of supernatural killers.
Such darling camaraderie. It brings a tear to my eye. It truly does.
Speaking of killers.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You wound me, dear lady. I've come to offer advice to our newest idol, a foundling who was set adrift most cruelly.
Seems rather convenient, you showing up with advice. How did you even know I existed?
A little bird told me, if you must know. Very useful, those little birds.
He's not gonna tell you, Grace.
There's not much to tell. Among the idols, news travels swiftly. We are a tiny village of godly busybodies. I heard of your arrival, and I know how obtuse the chorus can be. So here I am. You're welcome.
And how do I know you're not the killer?
You know, you could be the killer, for all I know.
Come to mislead you, perhaps. How fiendishly clever of me. Well called, darling.
And maybe even true.
Poor, poor Pan! To be eternally maligned and mistrusted. Alas, and alas.
I love him.
And alas.
He's such an asshole, and I love him.
I doubt there's a line of idols waiting to offer you advice, Grace. But whether you accept mine or not is for you to decide.
And what's in this for you?
I still don't trust you. Nobody does anything for free.
Now. Who said I was doing anything for free?
Here we go.
I have not, however, asked for anything. As of yet.
So tell me your advice then.
Okay, I'll bite. What's your advice? I have to admit, I don't really know where to start.
Well, I'm not normally one to run amok telling others how to live their lives. But have you considered using your powers?
My powers?
Music, art, passion. You are the last muse, and all these are now your province.
But province?
What do you mean, my province?
Each of us has, how shall I say, our talents. Yours is music, as befits a muse.
You're like the original rock star, Grace.
Okay, but how does that help me find Calliope's murderer?
Allow me to expedite the process of understanding.
So,
Now
yeah,
then.
we have powers now.
Close your eyes.
That's what the music was about.
You hear that? It's coming from you. When you sing, what emotion does it summon?
I don't know.
You open your eyes, you look into the crowd, and you feel.
Powerful.
Grace, you know that you're lost now.
This song a lot.
You've been given powers you don't understand. I'm the guy who can help you. All that you hear is at your command.
Wait.
No, it's okay, Freddy. This is all me?
Yep, I'm doing this.
What do I do?
Start singing.
Now?
Why not? Time's a wasting.
How the hell did you find me? This is the weirdest night I've ever had. And you say I have powers? How could this possibly turn out bad? Am I doing it now?
Brilliant.
I don't follow. Are those really actual horns? And this singing is so hard to swallow. Can you hear me, Grace? What's going on?
Song. Morning fades and the day wastes away. Grace, you can't wait. Grace, don't delay. I know where you belong, Grace, the song, Grace. I can show you the way. Time to play.
Grace, I have a bad feeling that grin is a giveaway. That much is clear.
Relax, I got
this
this.
creep concealing? How does he know you and why is he here? Can we all loosen up now? Remember, this madness is happening to me. This music makes sense to me somehow, but pulling me round is not what I need. Grace, have you gone delirious? Stranger danger could not be more serious. You've been hurt before by mysterious men. I won't let you get hurt again.
Morning's gone and the day wastes away.
Grace,
I don't know why it's
our
laggy.
place. Is he gonna stay? Freddy, I don't think I have any choice.
I know where you belong, Grace, the song, Grace.
But can you show me the way?
Yes.
Time to play.
So, what do I do?
Whatever you wish, the power is yours.
It's okay, Freddy.
A solo!
I think I
Let's
got
do
this.
this! I want to do a solo. This song is so funny.
I never knew I had that in me. That said, I'll never do that again.
Grace, you're starting to comprehend. Let me show you more, or show me the door.
Good idea. I just sang soprano.
The showing of the door
It's
Body's shivering,
weird.
blood is thickening, skin is shimmering. You guys are bickering.
Pan, what do you want me to do, bud? Sorry, I don't know why it's so laggy, guys.
and we all waste away yesterday.
Some of the songs perform better than others. This is one that lags quite a
Won't let
bit.
him take you.
Now you're an idol, and you're where you belong, Grace, the song, and it's undeniable. The
Also, I've never gotten this version of
That
this song.
doesn't mean I know what to do. Morning fades, then we all pull the shades. But I'm afraid, and I think you are too. Freddy, nobody knows me like you.
Aw, Freddy.
Now
Don't make me feel
I'll
bad.
follow you somehow.
This Freddy's a friend you can use, but it isn't playtime. Now you're a muse. Time to choose.
I'm sorry, Fred.
I'm sorry, Freddy. If you're forcing me to choose, well, I guess I've got to go with Pan.
This is a version of
You're
the
kidding
song
me.
I've
Can't
never
you
gotten
see what
before.
he is, Grace?
I need him, Freddy. He can help me.
As opposed to me, who's of no help whatsoever.
That, my dear, is the power of a muse. To draw out the truth from within. I trust you can see how that might be useful in your investigation.
This is a mean version. I force people to sing?
You mean no one has a choice but to sing along?
We all have a song in our hearts, Grace. You can make us sing, but the song will always be ours. A muse does not command. She evokes. She elicits. She inspires.
You find this helpful? Grace, he oozes. Ugh.
Grace is not wrong, dear lady. I am the most benevolent of benefactors. For all your powers, you still need a place to begin your search. And this I can provide. An address. In the city. Where Calliope was staying, I do believe.
Yeah, you should have led with that.
You have Calliope's address? You should have started with that.
And miss all the dancing? Nonsense. Now this I consider a favor. One I hope you'll remember in future dealings.
Well, I guess that'll help you. It's weird to think of a god with a home address.
You're not coming along?
I should remind you there is an element of danger. A killer is on the loose, no?
I mean, then I'll need her help, Brian.
Then I'll definitely need backup.
I should track down Kaz and Brian. Honestly, just tell them you're okay.
Then I guess I'll go check this place out on my own.
So glad that's settled. I'll let you get to it. I've drinking to resume. Ta-ta.
Drinking to resume. I love Pan. He's my favorite character.